Good evening and welcome to a special presentation of WJCL 22 Sports. I'm Frank Silkowski and this is the 2018 Big 22 Special sponsored by your local Ford dealer. A new high school football season nears. Teams all across southeast Georgia and the South Carolina Low Country putting on the final touches on those game plans for the 2018 campaign. And it might be hard to believe, but the first Friday night of the regular season comes up next Friday. As always, plenty of stars going to be shining bright under those stadium lights. Tonight, we meet the top 22 players in our area. For the third straight year, WJCL talking to the coaches, breaking down the game film, and selecting our preseason all-star team. We like to call it the Big 22 squad. For the next hour, we'll catch up with all the members of the Big 22. You'll hear about their strengths, their weaknesses, and their goals for the 2018 season. Let's go ahead and kick things off with a talented trio from Perennial Power Benedictine Military School. These young men getting the job done for the cadets on the field and in the classroom.
I'm a hard-working, fast-paced, love the lights type of football player. Just want to do everything to win. I'm Rico Powers Jr., receiver, Benedictine Military School.
Well, Rico, he's a good player, amazing player. You know, has speed. His height is a really good advantage to him. He has great hands and just really fast.
I feel like I improved better. I got stronger, bigger, faster. I'm just ready to play.
Eric Hicks, defensive line, Benedictine Military School. Hard-working, fast-paced, big, strong, good leverage, quick, off the ball, just doing me.
He put pressure on the quarterback so they can throw me interceptions, helping me out. Jakeem Harris, strong safety, Benedictine Military School. Physical, can run, ball hawk, getting to the football. I got faster, stronger, bigger, just elusive.
Jakeem, man, he's a ball player. He makes me go harder.
We can be really, really good. We just have to continue to work hard each and every day, one day at a time, one game at a time.
We're very good. We're still working, just working hard every day, in and out, going hard every day.
We're looking good. We're just trying to keep working hard and be humble, stay positive. We can go all the way. We just believe in ourselves and stay humble and positive.
More now on this talented trio from Benedictine. Rico Powers, a junior, accounted for nearly 1,400 yards and 17 touchdowns as a sophomore. The cadet athlete already has scholarship offers from the likes of Georgia, South Carolina, and Kentucky, to name a few. Cracking open the Eric Hicks file, as a junior, he led the cadets with 77 tackles and 7 sacks. He's hauled in plenty of scholarship offers as well, including offers coming in from Georgia Southern, Western Kentucky, and Army. As for Jakeem Harris, he tallied over 100 tackles and 5 interceptions from his safety position as a junior. Over the summer, Harris verbally committed to North Carolina State. Now, Jakeem Harris, not the only local player to already make a verbal pledge to North Carolina State. So is Savannah Christian lineman Dylan McMahon. The All-State selection, the first of a couple guys named to the Big 22 squad for a second straight year. Take a look.
Could change his number. We might put him at fullback, but no, yeah, absolutely. He's our best offensive lineman, and he's our best defensive lineman. He's have to go both ways, but he brings something to the table, like I said, with power and strength, and he's quick. I mean, I think he could play defensive lineman or offensive lineman at the next level, but he's going to play center at NC State, so we're excited.
Dylan McMahon, offensive lineman, Savannah Christian. Well, since last year, you know, I was playing all season last year, like a little underweight, a little undersized. So I've really picked up this year, gaining weight, getting a lot stronger. I've gone up like 200 pounds altogether in total. Been a lot stronger, and then this year, definitely conditioning-wise, Coach got us running a lot more than last year. So I'm in more shape, and I'm just ready to get the season going.
No one on our team, I don't know if anybody on the region is going to have the power that he brings. I mean, he's got a strong power, clean, strong squat, and I mean, we're having an ACC offensive lineman on our starting offense. And not only that, he's a good character guy. He's been a leader here, and he helps us get the kids out of the locker room, get going, and pumps us up.
I mean, I'm just a nasty offensive lineman who likes to just go out. I like to get up to the second level and just destroy the linebackers. I've been here for 3 years. Me and Jordan Grant have been here for 3 years. It's our 4th year. We've never started 1-0 before. So we got to go to Athens Academy, start 1-0, beat Athens, and then just make it. I think we're going to have a chance to run for state.
Again, that's back-to-back appearances on the Big 22 squad for Savannah Christian's Dylan McMahon. A big thank you to this year's Big 22 sponsor, your local Ford dealer. 3 down, doing my math, 19 more to go. Plenty more of our Big 22 special after the break. Stick around. And welcome back to our 2018 Big 22 special. We continue our look at the top 22 high school football players in our area with a visit to Calvary Day School, and talk about a talented trio. Got all-state honorees, commitments to ACC schools, and high expectations for the new season. Take a look.
Oh man, Saeed and Douse, those are just 2 dogs. You know what I'm saying? They're very vicious. Those are also two big leaders on the team. You know, without them, I don't think we would really be the same. And they play 2 big roles. They both on our ends, and they're both on offense. And you know, just with them, that we really need them.
Daquan Douse, Calvary Day School, defensive end. Definitely hard-nosed player, extremely powerful, fast when I need to be. Yeah, just to be violent. That's what I am.
Saeed Stevens, Calvary Day School, defensive end. I'm a fast physical player, love chasing the ball, especially getting after the quarterback and the running backs. There's a lot of excitement going into this year. We got Quan on the other end, so we already know we're going to get after the quarterback and pretty much just wreak havoc the whole time.
Yeah, this defense is definitely scary this year. If we come together, we've been together for 4 years, chemistry's there, we have all the pieces we need, we can make a run for the state championship.
There's a lot of excitement going into the season. We're going to have a really special year this year. I believe we're going to make a trip to the Mercedes-Benz Dome, hopefully.
Jalen Leary, Calvary Day School, running back. Very determined, definitely at times, when I have to, very vicious. I'm a leader out there. I like to lead, and I do what it takes to get the W. So.
Oh, it's incredible. His motor is the best thing I've ever seen. He's the pump for the team. He gets us all going. When he's going, we're rolling. He's just pushing us. That's who he is. When he's the little spark plug for us, yeah.
Well, personally, I just want to become a better leader. You know what I'm saying? I just want to become a better leader. I got to do what it takes, just not only for myself, but as a team as a whole. We have a goal. We want to go to the state championship. As a team, we want to come together better as a family. We want to do what it takes to win. Determination on both sides of the ball, and we just want to, win.
And from Calvary Day, we're going to make our way over to Memorial Day School. The Blue Thunder have been the cream of the crop in the GISA for years now. Head coach Michael Thompson and company just reloading each and every season. Heading into the 2018 campaign, Memorial Day with the luxury of having several guys that have played major roles in state and region championship squads during their high school careers. 2 of those guys earning spots on the Big 22 squad. Take a look.
Absolutely, they are tremendous leaders. They keep their teammates motivated, and I'm blessed to have coached those kids for 4 years of their high school career.
Winston Wright, athlete at Memorial Day School. I'll say I'm very humble, but I got a lot of confidence in myself. So I'm going to probably tell you my route and then run it and then score.
Devecchio Powell, athlete at Memorial Day School, the Dynasty. On-field coach, I'm basically assistant coach on the field. Very smart, very competitive. I love to hit, very physical.
Being on the field with him is good because, it takes a lot of pressure off me because you got to worry about him pounding. So, it's not that much double coverage, but it's fun playing with him. He got high IQ, so we could just look at each other and just know what we got to do.
He's very competitive. He'll joke with you, but he's gonna kill you at the same time as well. He's a jokester. He's more speed and acceleration. I'm more quickness and one cut.
Those guys do an excellent job of just being leaders on and off the field and creating an atmosphere where the other guys can come out there and just be beneficial in practice. So our thing is, and they know for playing for me for 3 years, that we want to set the standard in the summer, not during the season.
Now, Powell and Wright will both be playing at the next level. Del Vecchio with several scholarship offers, and he tells me he really likes Wofford. As for the guy they call the Jet, early last month, Winston Wright made his college choice live on WJCL 22 News.
West Virginia. Go
Wright would pick the Mountaineers over the likes of North Carolina, Central Florida, Duke, and Illinois. At Memorial Day, Wright has hauled in multiple All-State and All-Region selections, and he's won a state championship or two. When it came down to picking a college, Morgantown, West Virginia just felt like home.
The decision came about when I went up there, and I loved it, and I kind of knew that I wanted to be there, so I just let my emotions die down when I came back, and I made the decision, and I just decided to hold it off for a minute. It came really down to, like, without football, would I still want to go to school there? So when I knew that was the school, everything else fell in line, so I fell in love with it.
Now, Winston Wright, not the only local standout and member of the Big 22 to do something a little special when it came time to pick a college. How about Islands linebacker Kalen DeLoach, who just recently verbally committed to Florida State? The Seminoles and Auburn Tigers were the final two schools in the running for this speedy playmaking linebacker. As a junior, DeLoach tallied 156 total tackles, 13 sacks, and 2 interceptions. He even shines on offense, where he rushed for 9 touchdowns a season ago. DeLoach recently named to the Butkus Award watch list. That honor is given to the top high school linebacker in the entire country. But hey, the Big 22, that's not too shabby either.
Taking a Division III offer or Division II offer the same way he took it from Alabama or he took it from LSU. You know, he's always been a humble kid, and that's a testament to his parents and his upbringing.
Kalen DeLoach, linebacker, Islands High School. I'm gonna try to coach my teammates the best way I can. Then I'm gonna be physical. I'm physical, very physical. And that's really it, you know.
Well, the thing with Kalen is he's such a young player. He's not only just young and age-wise, but when it comes to playing linebacker, he only played it for 1 year. He was a tight end and a defensive tackle when he came over here, and in his first year playing linebacker, he had 170 tackles. So he's just a football player. He has a nose for the ball. You know, he's got a lot of areas that he can improve on, but you know, his nose for the football, his finishing at the point of attack, his tackling, and just his love for the game is something that you can't teach.
I wanted to go play soccer first, and then we drove past the football field, and that's really when I started playing football, and then I just fell in love with the game ever since I was 5. It's amazing, you know, it was a long process, you know, I just had to figure out what school was best for me, and I figured out Florida State would be the best fit for me.
I think this took the pressure off him in a way where now he can concentrate on football, and then also, you know, the phone's not gonna ring as much. It's still gonna ring. People are gonna still be recruiting him, trying to get him to flip, but you know, he's gonna be at a point where he can concentrate on our team and our teammates and our goals.
Again, Kalen DeLoach headed to Tallahassee to attend Florida State. All right, still plenty more of players to get to and introduce you to here on our Big 22 special. Coming up after the break, we head over to Liberty and Wayne counties for several student athletes, including a running back headed to the SEC. You're tuned in to the 2018 Big 22 special, powered by your local Ford dealer. Stick around. And welcome back to our Big 22 special right here on WJCL. This year, our special brought to you by your local Ford dealer. Plenty of high school football talent coming out of Liberty County in recent years, and 2018 appears to be no different. Got a couple Bradwell Institute standouts and one Liberty County Panther in Chris Coleman represented on this year's squad. What the All-State running back lacks in size, Chris more than makes up for in ability.
He doesn't have the size, but he definitely has the breakaway speed. And once he gets to the second level, I hadn't seen anybody catch him in 3 years. So,
Chris Coleman, running back, Liberty County High School. I like the challenges. They'll see me always competing. I'm always competing against great competitors. I mean, I like to play against the best.
I can't say enough about Chris. You know, he's probably one of the smallest guys on the team, but definitely has one of the biggest hearts, hard worker, one of the toughest kids I've ever been around. So I'm glad to have Chris on my side, that's for sure.
We're gonna take a good leader. I mean, our skill set is there. We got the same quarterback, the same receivers as we did last year. They just need a leader, and I'm gonna lead them to that. my offensive line is great. I mean, I got Jenkins and Pavo. Every lineman I had last year, I lost about two linemen, but I got 2 great linemen that can replace them.
We've been blessed around here to have some players that come through, but some of what I call the second-tier players are definitely stepping up. And like I tell them every year, when you lose a Richard LeCount, you got to have 2 or 3 guys that step up their game to try to offset some of the losses with him. So that's what we're doing. We lost Tramel, Walther, we lost Travion Freeman. So we're going to have 5 or 6 guys that's got to elevate their game to try to offset some of the losses.
He like NFL size, so it's like watching NFL running back. He the biggest, fastest. He got hands. He got it all, really. Quick, everything.
Kevin Harris, running back, Broward Institute. I could break tackles, and I feel like this year I got a little more burst in myself. I've been working hard every day in the summer, getting faster. I've just been working hard in the weight room every day. Me and my teammates been getting me up, having fun, and everything going right.
David Spalding, defensive back, Broward Institute. Since like most coaches, they like length and a cornerback, so I'm blessed with that, with length and being smart on the field, because I play both cornerback and safety, so I know like alignments and like depth on the field, where the sticks at.
He can read. He got length. He got good hands, and I feel like he a difference maker.
When in the weight room, I know I've gotten stronger, faster, more explosive. Well, I know like during the summer we all had focus, stayed focused, all one accord, and we all did good in the weight room and came out here focused and learning as much as we can.
Well, I believe if you want to go to the playoffs, at least go to 10-0, win the region, and at least win a state championship this year.
And more now on the trio of Big 22 members hailing from Liberty County. Kevin Harris of Bradwell is already verbally committed to the University of South Carolina. As a junior, Harris was named the Region 2 6A Offensive Player of the Year after rushing for nearly 1,700 yards and 16 touchdowns. Kevin Harris, also a 2-time member of the Big 22. Teammate David Spalding is a 3-star prospect. As a junior, he had 48 tackles and 2 interceptions. Spalding has hauled in nearly 20 scholarship offers already, including offers from Georgia Southern, Marshall, Boston College, and Duke. As for Chris Coleman of Liberty County High School, video game numbers as a junior, he averaged, listen to this, 137.5 yards rushing per game in 2017. Coleman accounted for over 2,000 yards of total offense on his way to being named the Region 2 AAA Player of the Year. He also earned first team All-State accolades. Well, from a talented trio in Liberty County, we head out to Jessup for a dynamic duo looking to lead the Wayne County Yellow Jackets to big things here in 2018.
Weston Franklin, you know, when I first got here, I kept hearing people say, hey, you got a kid coming, and he's going to be big time. But Weston's not your typical rising sophomore. He played every snap last year on the varsity at left guard.
It was definitely a big jump coming from middle school going all the way up to varsity. It was a big jump for me. I had a lot of great seniors around me helping me out, doing everything like that. Definitely need to work on my pass sets and run blocking.
He's so mature, he's so physical. He's got his goal set, and I don't see anything slowing Weston Franklin now.
We're very excited. We've always talked about this year ever since I was in 6th grade, and the class I had a couple classes ahead of me that we always thought this was going to be the year.
Ashby Cribb, Wayne County High School wide receiver. I play for the right reason, I believe. I love the game, that's why I play. I got a great family, great brothers. This is my 2nd year here, and it's like as if I've been here my whole life. I love my family.
When he came with me last year from Bluffton, it's like bringing a coach with me. And he was the only guy around me that knew what was going on. And so he's done an incredible job. He's a great kid, but he's a great player.
Helping my team however I can, whether it's running good routes, catching the ball, but my quarterback puts me in great positions all the time. My teammates have my back as well as I have theirs. We have a great run game. I mean, we're going to be able to be dual threat, throw and pass.
And I tell you what, when all is said and done, Wayne County's Weston Franklin could be the first 3-time member of the Big 22. He's made the squad as a sophomore, and This big yellow jacket only going to be getting better and better. All right, going to step away and take a quick break, but when we return here on our Big 22 special, we'll introduce you to additions to the Big 22 from Richmond Hill High School, Jenkins High, and Windsor Forest. The 2018 Big 22 special powered by your local Ford dealer. Stick around. A year ago, 3 Richmond Hill High School standouts earned a spot on the 2017 Big 22 squad. Those young men didn't disappoint in their final high school season, and now those 3 set to hit the field at the collegiate level. Sam James is up at West Virginia, Joseph Petrino getting his kicks at Maryland, and Justin Jeffrey is at Charlotte. Wishing those young men continued success as they begin the next chapter of their athletic and academic careers. And welcome back to our look at the top high school football players entering the 2018 season. The Big 22 special is sponsored by your local Ford dealer. Just told you about the 3 Richmond Hill Wildcats who made our Big 22 squad last season. One of their teammates, former teammates, checking in on this year's squad. Aaron Bedgood has already verbally committed to Coastal Carolina. Now he's ready to lead his team to plenty of victories this fall.
Eat. Whenever the food's on the table, I gotta eat. This is the time to do it. So, I mean, you only get one chance. So I can't let that slip away from Aaron Bedgood, athlete, Richmond Hill High School.
He's just electric when the ball touches his hand. So we're going to try to do that. But we're going to move him around the backfield. He's super explosive and dynamic. He can do a lot of things very well, and we're gonna use that to our advantage.
I feel like I'm in better shape than I was last year. I'm gonna get a lot more touches. So I think I'll be able to do a lot more. I've been playing since I was a freshman, so I knew my time would come, and it's nice knowing that my time's really here.
We're going to snap the ball to Aaron Bedgood, and he's arguably one of the best skill position players. I'd draft him first on anybody. You give me a pick on the coast of Georgia, and I'm taking him #1.
I think we're a lot quicker, and we have a lot more ways to get the guys the ball. We're going to be reading and doing a lot of quick games, so I think we're going to get really good at that, and that's going to be our offense. I just like the ball in my hand. I mean, whenever I get the ball in my hand, my intention is to score, so that's what I like doing.
From Richmond Hill, we come back to the city of Savannah. Last season was a historic one for the Jenkins Warriors. Jenkins went undefeated in the regular season on their way to winning the Region 3 AAA title. But the Warriors, they didn't stop there. The squad advancing to the 3rd round of the state playoffs, where they fell to powerful Greater Atlanta Christian. One of the guys that helped lead the Warriors to an impressive 12-1 record in 2017 was Jeremy Smith, who'll be called upon to lead Jenkins this season.
Jeremy Smith, running back at Jenkins High School. Well, I'll explain myself as a violent, fast, quick, get off the edge, explosive young guy.
Just a special young man, great athlete, great kid, and proved that he's a student athlete. 25 on the ACT, holds 4 or 5 offers right now, and he's going to make a team and a university, he's going to be a pleasure to have on the next level.
I want to improve as being a leader, motivating the young guys to achieve their goals and just keep pushing them to be forward and hopefully get to the big stage one day. Well, I finished off my last year at camping. It went pretty good. I picked up 3 offers, and the recruiting process has been going pretty good so far.
He's one of those guys. Our pretty much motto this year is, maturity and leadership, and he's got to do both for us. He's got to mature as a player, and he's got to step in that locker room and now overtake those leaders from last year that graduated.
This team, we're pretty fast on defense. So we're coming out the edge, crashing everything. You got offense, just going to pound it in.
Now, as a junior, Jeremy Smith caught 20 passes for 315 yards and a touchdown. He also rushed for nearly 200 yards and 3 more scores. Expect those numbers to skyrocket as Smith becomes the key weapon for head coach Jason Cameron this season. Jeremy Smith wasn't the only talented, skilled player in the city busting out and busting on the scene last year. Over at Windsor Forest High School, quarterback Eric Phoenix gave Knight fans plenty to cheer about. The left-handed signal caller is one of the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the state entering his senior season, and a perfect addition to the Big 22 squad.
I'm a humble player. I care about the team. I put the team first. I try to get the W every game. Eric Phoenix, quarterback, Windsor Forest Knights. I just love, you could be a man out here. You just gonna play freely. You can hit somebody, take all your anger out.
Eric Phoenix is a phenomenal athlete. I mean, he can do whatever you need him to. Last year it was a big learning curve for him, first time starting, but now he's got a year under his belt, a year of maturity. It's his football team right now as a senior, and he's got he can do whatever he needs to do to be successful. He's a good football player, and we're happy to have him.
Leading and being the man, and like when the game on the line, the game is in my hands, so I got to make the play.
Our expectations here is we're reaching championship, bar none. I mean, that's what we got to do. And in order to do that, though, we got to work. And we can't ever take anybody for granted. We got to work hard. I mean, you know, this program 3 or 4 years ago, we were 1-9 when I first got here. So, you know, we got to play ball, and we got to try to get better at what we're doing.
You're gonna be a force to be reckoned with this year. Ain't nobody touching us in the region. We just gotta stay focused, do our assignments, and keep our eyes on the prize.
If our Big 22 special was a football game, we'd be late in the third quarter. Still plenty of amazing student athletes to introduce you to. Up next, we're going to head over to the Low Country, where an offensive star from one of the Skeesa's newest programs is helping put his school on the map. And on Hilton Head Island, a defensive Seahawk ready for big things in 2018. You're watching the Big 22 special right here on WJCL. Stick around. John Paul II is one of the newest football programs in South Carolina, but the Golden Warriors quickly making a name for themselves thanks in part to the latest addition to the third annual Big 22 squad. Zach Doe rushed for nearly 2,000 yards and 25 touchdowns as a junior. This guy, a no-brainer to join our 2018 squad.
He does all the things that are throwbacks to 20, 30 years ago. First one on the practice field, last one to leave, never takes a play off. So everything he gets, he's earned it.
Zachariah Doe, running back, John Paul II, Catholic school. First, I like humble myself. I don't like really brag about myself saying I'm this, I'm that. I like keep it all in. But like at the same time, I come out with the mindset that like I could be better than all these people. I could do more, so I could job myself. Like saying like they can't stop me, you can't stop me, stuff like that. But just like I keep it in to myself.
He's just a throwback to the yes sir, no sir days, the old school, just respect, accountability, integrity, all those things that we seem to lack in this day and age.
I tell myself it's always room for improvement. Like, I don't just settle myself for what I got. Like I always want to get better. But like that's the mindset I have, and that's the mindset I want to give to everybody else, and like show them that. Practice, I just work hard. You know, if you mess up something, keep your head up, fix it the next play. In the games, you know, do the same thing you did in practice, but better.
You know, listen, he's a better person than he is player. You know, wonderful character and integrity, academically a 4.0 kid. Just the epitome of what we want here at JP2 as a student athlete.
Now Doe and his John Paul II teammates taking another major step here in 2018. The Golden Warriors moving from Skeesa Single A up to Double A. JP2 will compete in Region 2 AA with instant rivals like Hilton Head Christian and Hilton Head Prep. Side note to that, the Warriors beat both of those squads in 2017. Time to get defensive now, folks. We're headed out to Hilton Head Island, home of amazing beaches, amazing golf courses, and an amazing football program that's turned into a recruiting hotbed. BJ Payne and his Hilton Head Seahawks once again loaded with talent, including junior defensive back Christian Miller.
He's a really good player. You know, he works at his craft and works at becoming a better player.
Christian Miller, Hilton Head High, cornerback. I've been working on my ball skills and my speed. Last year, as a sophomore, I kind of lacked that, but as the offseason, I knew what I had to work on. So going into the offseason, I knew what I had to do, and I got it done.
He's got a very high football IQ, and that translates. He's very smart in recognizing, you know, what offenses want to do, knowing our scheme, what we want to do. So his football IQ really sets him apart.
Football's not for everybody. It's a contact sport, it's a man's sport, so I love it. I'm looking forward to just winning with my teammates, winning region, and then, you know, the state title after that. I think we have a good team this year. We're all focused, and we will get the job done.
We have a pretty good secondary, we think, and you know, he's the cornerstone of that, so just providing that leadership out there.
All right, a little more on Christian Miller. As a sophomore, he tallied 41 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 9 pass breakups. Have a feeling his recruitment about to blow up. He's already hauled in an offer from South Florida, but several SEC and ACC programs are close to pulling the trigger. Christian Miller, going to be one of the top defensive back prospects in the entire Palmetto State come next season. I'll tell you what, a lot of eyes on Hazelhurst these days. The Jeff Davis football program is on the rise, and they've got a lineman in Roderick Lewis poised for a monster season. I'll introduce you to him in just a minute. And over at Savannah Country Day, a junior defensive end causing a buzz out on the field and the recruiting trail. 2 more additions to the Big 22 on the way after the break. Stick around. And welcome back to the 2018 Big 22 special right here on WJCL. For the first time ever, a member of the Jeff Davis High School football team named to the Big 22 squad. Head coach Lance Helton and his staff working hard to get the Jackets back to their winning ways and in the process, get deserving student athletes to the next level. In 2018, there's a big-time defensive lineman in the Pylons getting lots of attention these days, and for good reason. Time to meet Roderick Lewis, the newest member of the Big 22 squad, sponsored by your local Ford dealer.
Didn't even play varsity football as a freshman, you know, and it's come such a long way, and it's all because of his buy-in to our brand and the way we do things.
Roderick Lewis, Jeff Davis High School defensive end. It's a long story, but I got 8 brothers, and only one of them made it out, and I'm trying to make it out, help my family. That's my only way out of Hazelhurst.
I love him with all my heart because he's fought some battles in his life, and he uses football as an escape, a way to get away. And because of that, he treats the game the right way, and that's what I appreciate about the young man more than anything.
First of all, you got to have a good mindset and good behavior in the school, and then bring it out to the field house, take your anger out on people. It's been 16 years since we actually had a Division I prospect come through, but most of all, it's been I think 16 years before we even had hosted a playoff game at our own home, and I'm trying to make that happen.
He has come such a long way since we got here last year. He is a kid that has just transformed himself into the player he is.
All right, more on Roderick Lewis. The Jeff Davis big man plays offensive and defensive line as a junior. He recorded 32 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, and a sack for the Yellow Jackets. Several colleges with a close eye on Lewis, including Georgia State. The Panthers have already extended him a scholarship offer. The Savannah Country Day Hornets turned in an impressive season a year ago. Dennis Coyle's squad going 10-3 and advancing to the quarterfinals of the state single-A private playoffs. One of the guys that helped the Hornets cause the buzz in 2017 was Andre Miller. As a sophomore, the 6'3", 240-pound defensive end tallied a whopping 103 tackles and 9 sacks. Those kind of numbers, they don't go unnoticed, especially by colleges and us here at WJCL. Welcome to the Big 22, Mr. Miller.
Physical and very passionate about the game. I love the game. I've loved it since I was a very little kid, since I was 8 years old. Andre Miller, defensive end, Savannah Country Day School.
Andre brings a toughness to our defensive front and just an attitude that makes everyone around him better. He really practices hard every day and has a great attitude and really works at his techniques to be the best football player that he can be.
Some people say when they're on the sideline and I hear my name called, I just kick it into another level. But I feel as seeing my teammates go out there and have fun, I feed off their energy and I feel they feed off mine too. So I kick it into overdrive when it's time to go.
He was a leader last year as a sophomore. He really just does a great job of working hard every day. He's one of those guys who just goes out and grinds every single day and is trying to get better.
I feel that my physicality has come up a lot, my speed, endurance, because without a motor, you really can't do anything at the defensive line position. And I've gotten way bigger. I've gained, since my freshman year, I've gained over 35 pounds. So it's just getting bigger and being more physical than the guy across the ball from me.
Now, as you would expect, the recruitment of Andre Miller beginning to heat up again as a sophomore. How about 103 tackles, 19 tackles for loss, and 9 sacks. Miller participated in the GACA North-South All-Star game and is heading into his junior year. He's hauled in preseason All-State honors to go along with his selection here to the Big 22. Now, in addition to this Big 22 special, we have 2 more preseason football specials headed your way over the next couple of weeks. First, it's our high school football preview where we catch up with some of the top teams entering the 2018 season. We'll break down all the regions in our area and hear from some of the new coaches set to lead local squads this fall. Then we'll get you set for Georgia Southern football with a 30-minute special devoted to everything Eagle football. You know what else is coming your way? Another season of the Frenzy each and every Friday night on WJCL 22 News. Going to tell you all about it after the break. Stick around. Yeah, welcome back to the Big 22 special right here on WJCL. Now that all the players we've introduced you to tonight, you can see them in action each and every Friday night in the fall right here on WJCL ABC 22. A new season of the Frenzy kicks off on Friday the 17th. Join me, Amberlynn Carroll, Rick Snow, and the gang as we bring you all the scores and highlights from the high school gridiron. Every Friday night will also feature our tailgate tour stop. That's our game of the week, and as always, some big matchups on the schedule. With a look at the 2018 slate, here's Amberlynn.
Again this season, we'll be taking you to some of the biggest high school football games in Southeast Georgia and the Low Country. Every Friday night on the Frenzy, we'll spotlight our tailgate tour for that week. And here's a look at some of our featured matchups for the 2018 season. Our first stop comes on Friday the 17th. The Jenkins Warriors and New Hampstead Phoenix colliding out at Pooler Stadium. Then on the 24th, the battle for Liberty County. Crosstown rivals Liberty County and Bradwell Institute will hook up in Hinesville. On the 31st, the tailgate tour heads to Jessup, where Wayne County will welcome Richmond Hill to town. And the first Friday in September, that takes us to the Palace in the Pines. Effingham will host South Effingham in Springfield. On September 14th, we're heading to Litwacy as Long County hosts Vidalia. The following week, it's to Metter as the Tigers welcome Toombs County to town. The second half of the season starts in Garden City as Jenkins and Islands mix it up. First week in October features rivals Savannah Christian and Calvary Day going at it. And the following week, it's over at May River High School as they host Beaufort. On October 19th, we'll spotlight the Benedictine Cadets in Southeast Bullock Yellow Jackets, who will meet up at T.A. Wright Stadium. And it's over to the Low Country for the Battle of the Bridge on October 26th. Hilton Head travels to Bluffton. And how about a big one in the GISA to wrap up the regular season? Memorial Day in Robert Toombs Christian in a match of the last year's state championship game. And it may be hard to believe, but the high school football season is here and back. And the Frenzy returns to WJCL 22 News at 11 each and every Friday night beginning August 17th, and should be a fun season. Frank, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Amberlynn. Again, a new season of the Frenzy kicking off. Can't believe this. Next Friday during WJCL 22 News at 11. Hey, more of our Big 22 special coming up after the break. Stick around. Folks, that's going to do it for our third annual Big 22 special. Talented group of student athletes we feature tonight, but they're not the only ones. And you can see for yourself each and every Friday night this season. Go ahead, get out to a game, support the players, coaches, cheerleaders, band, everything that makes high school football so special here in our neck of the woods. Special shout out to our sponsors and a big thanks to you for joining us here this evening. Tell you what, again, coming up next Friday, the first Friday night of the high school football season. Then what do you know? We're going to have games on Thursday nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights, so we're all going to be keeping an eye on the sky to make sure the weather is perfect for the high school football. As we leave you now, going to take a look outside. We're going to take a look at the river. Here's a pretty night in Savannah. How about that? The Homewood Suites on the river sky cam. Things looking good out there right now. Again, high school football is back. The season kicks off on Friday the 17th, and so does the Frenzy right here on WJCL. Have a great night, everyone.